A short break from Thursday Night Football was nice, wasn't it? Now back to 3 touchdown blowouts. Yay! The Rams have a multiple running back style of offense similar to the Ravens. This night belonged to Cam Akers, however, who danced on the grave of the Patriots. Jared Goff did enough. Cam Newton, however, didn't. He may not be the guy for this team unless he steps up like now, like right now. The Titans may be the second or third best team in the AFC. The trio of Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, and A.J. Brown dominated on offense, but there's one problem. It's that defense. Oh my god, that defense. It's real bad and will be the one thing keeping this team from a Super Bowl one. And there goes the Viking season. They put in a solid effort and were a nice distraction for a couple weeks. But whatever, back to the basement you go. It's a real shame because Justin Jefferson should definitely be in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. But, yeah, their playoff hopes isn't looking too good. This was a fun one. A nice up and down game starring the best offense in the league and one of the best defenses in the league. This really proved the Dolphins as a force to be reckoned with in the AFC. Even in defeat, they kept the game close. I mean, they picked off Mahomes 3 times, but sadly, the Chiefs were always just one step ahead of them. Well, hello, Broncos. Glad you woke up after all this time. Did you remember that you were still a football team that could technically still win a game? Well then, that's nice. Look at you go, beating the Panthers. This is fun, right? I'm having fun. The Broncos are fun. The Bears, beating bad teams since 1920. Finally, I get to say that as the pretend play quarterback Mitchell Trubisky dominates the Texans and they get to frolic around in their victory for a while until next week, where I can assure you they will be going back to their previously losing ways. The Bears. Well, the Cardinals are trying to come back after a bunch of tough losses, and I guess the 5-8 Giants are a start. Hey now, Kyler Murray has beaten the Seahawks and Bills. They'll be fine in the long run. Hopefully. Maybe. Probably. The Cowboys won a game? Gross. Andy Dalton walked back into Cincinnati, and like every other quarterback that has played in that terrible, terrible city, he was victorious. And for the Bengals, well, they tried, maybe. I mean, they get another solid draft pick, so maybe they could give Joe Burrow an actual offensive line so that he doesn't break every bone in his body. Please do not ruin him, Bengals. The Raiders are pretty much done now, right? I mean, they can technically still make the playoffs, but by the time I finish the sentence, the Colts will have already scored another touchdown. A solid improvement for the black and... I almost said the black in the bowl, and then I almost said black in the hole. Fuck. But it's hard to win football games when your defense is that god-awful. The Jets. The Seahawks, and specifically Russell Wilson, had a good old-fashioned extra bye week, also known as playing in New Jersey, except for the other time, last week, the Seahawks played in New Jersey. But, yeah, because that game was a little bit different. Well, this game was closer than it had any right to be. Aaron Rodgers was still Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams was still Davante Adams, but still, the number 1 seed in the NFC only being able to beat the goddamn Lions by 7 points, it's just a little bit frightening. I'd be a little bit scared if I was a Green Bay Packers fan. Lol, Falcons suck. Against a team that is being carried by a mediocre rookie quarterback. I can't tell which team is sadder, the 4-9 team that's considered a step in the right direction for this season, or the Falcons, who can't stop blowing leads because their secondary has the competitive drive of a stone college kid. Washington, you really need to lose, like, 1 or 2 more games, because I really want to see an 8-8 team or a 7-9 team make the playoffs. That's all I want, and the 49ers did everything they could to hand this win to the name-redacted football team. Washington, please just lose. Welcome to the league, Jalen. Here, all your hopes and dreams will die because you play for the Philadelphia Eagles. But for now, enjoy a win over a Super Bowl contender. I'm not going to hype him up too much, but as far as an NFL first start in his career, I mean, you can't ask for much more. We knew this was going to happen. Don't act like this was unexpected. The Steelers prance around the dead corpses of terrible NFL franchises, occasionally being a good team once or twice to distract people from the truth that the Steelers are just pretty good. They're not great, and Buffalo, aka Stephon Diggs, showed that. This was a fun, little, good old-fashioned mutilation. Oh my god, baby, here we go. Before I shit talk your whole organization, Browns fans, you guys did great, but let me have this, okay? COVID, injuries, terrible play calling from Greg Roman, arguably a regression from Lamar, and a bad case of the shits. And the Ravens still beat the Browns. And they came back to Lamar after leg cramps goes, shit, guess I can't run the ball anymore. Then throws a 40-yard touchdown pass to Marquise Brown. We going to ignore everything else that man did during that game because he dropped like 3 passes. Gus was mowing people down. Andrews came back in style. Bowser proved why he's one of the most underrated linebackers in the whole league. And Justin Tucker and Lamar Jackson do what they do best. Carry our sorry asses to a win. I haven't been this happy since the Patriots game last year. Playoffs, baby! Alright, welcome to the week. What fucking week are we on? 14 Power Rankings, okay? Jets and Jaguars stay where they are. That's their eternal place of suffering. And everything's pretty much similar. Panthers drop down a decent chunk. Lions and Texans drop down. Broncos move up a bunch. Chargers and Falcons both, or Chargers and Eagles both move up 4 slots because both of them got big ol' wins. Everything's fine. People only moving 2 or 1 slots. A bunch of people move down a slot here because Washington bumps up to the 16th slot. Number 15 is the Raiders. They are really trying to prove that they don't deserve a playoff push. Number 14 is the Cardinals. Same thing. Number 13 is the Colts, because to be real with you, I don't see that much potential in them. Number 12 is the Dolphins. Big ol' win against the Chiefs. Bumps them up 3 point, or they didn't win against the Chiefs, but they still put in a good effort. Buccaneers at barely missing top 10. And then the top 10 are Seahawks, Titans, Browns, who moved up a bunch because that close loss to the Ravens. Steelers move down 1. Ravens move up 1 to the 6th slot. Top 5 Saints, who I was debating whether or not they should even be in like the top 8. But I think I'm going to keep them at the number 5 slot for now. Rams, they're really good. Packers and Bills, they switch spots. Bills go to 2nd, Packers go to 3rd, and the Chiefs will forever stay in the number 1 slot. Okay. Here's the full thing. And, bye-bye. The Bears moved down by 1, so you know what? Where everyone's happy.